There's a quote I heard long time ago, and it has also stuck to me. It says, if you are the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. Wow. Hello everyone, good day again. My name is Aanu Growth Series, and you are on to the second episode of 30 Lessons I Learned Before 30. Last week we spoke powerfully about purpose, how purpose prevents burnout, how purpose is the backbone of everything you're going to do in life, how purpose defines the next phase and phases of your life. And today I'm going to be talking about friendship and partnership. There's a quote I heard long time ago, and it has also stuck to me. It says, if you are the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. Wow. Coming from someone like me who likes to be the smartest, who likes to be the best at everything I do. Not like I'm very competitive. I'm not very competitive, and to be honest, I don't think in all of my formal education I have received a lot of awards per se. I've always come close to the top, but not really like the one who earns the recognition and everything. But that word stuck with me because I used to be someone who likes to console myself and say, at least among my friends, I'm not doing badly. But when I heard that quote, something in me changed, and I decided that something in me had to change, and that would shape the next few years of my life. We're talking about things I had to do before 30. I had to painfully cut off a couple of friendships and humbly walk towards some new friendship. By nature, I'm a social person, so it's not difficult for me to make new friends. But that quote, that singular quote, coupled with a lot of things that has happened around my life, has made me to be more intentional about who my friends are. And that's the message I have for you today. After purpose, what's next? After purpose is partnership. After purpose is friendship. After purpose is relationship. I think it was John Maxwell, I'm not sure if I'm right, he says, show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. And there's a very funny meme I saw on social media a long time ago. It says, let me use dollars now. If your friends cannot bail you out with $5,000, then you don't have good friends. Yeah, but that should tell us something. Who are your friends? Again, like we know, my message is mostly for the Gen Zs, those that are the youths of nowadays. What are you doing about your friendship? Are you in that friendship because of sympathy? Are you in that friendship because, oh, he's been my friend for a long time, it was my friend, it was there for me when I had a heartbreak, so I don't want to let him go, it's going to remain my friend? Or are you in the friendship because you are actually intentional about your friendships? My message for you today is for you, for us, for everyone to be intentional about their friendships, about their partnerships, about their relationships. I'm going to have a very, very long series about relationships, vertical relationships, horizontal relationships, marriage, and all of those within this series. But let's just consider this an introduction point or an entry point into that topic. Friendship. How do you think your friends today, how do you think they would help you to grow into your future? Most of the things, most of the blessings I have seen today, they are mostly because of relationships. Most of them are mostly because of relationship. I remember when I was working in Nigeria and I was looking for another job. I knew that I had to grow in my career. And funny enough, my wonderful friend, who is still my friend today, I'm sure he's watching this video. I believe we still saw about a month ago. I think we get to see frequently nowadays, even though we're in different countries, although it's just south of me. I met him in church, funny enough. He was the youth president, and well, when it comes to service, I've always been one who tries not to serve. My leader then used to tell me that, but I was made the youth media and technical coordinator. Somehow we got close. He knew I was into software development, and when an opportunity came up, he literally stood up for me and he said, I know somebody. I didn't even know that the opportunity was there. So if he didn't refer me, I wouldn't even have an idea. But not because he wanted to gain anything. I don't even think he wanted to gain anything. And he was just like, he told the bosses there, I know someone. And they listened to him and they asked him to bring me over. And this led to me changing careers and joining the United Nations. And it happened so miraculously that I was called into that office on Monday and I got my employment letter on Friday. These are one of the blessings. These are some of the blessings that having the right friendships and right partnerships can do for you. Today is still my friend. We are actually family friends. My wife, his wife, our children were friends. And we tend to challenge ourselves. So when it comes to me and him, we don't even know who is the better. So I believe we're still trying to figure that out. So that friendship is going to last for a long time because I'm not in the wrong room. That being said, I also want to talk about the kind of people we follow. I know we're in the social media world. Everybody wants to follow someone influential. People want to follow the trend. But the question is, how does that person you follow, how does it affect your life positively? Are you following because your friend says, let's follow? Are you going for that concert? Are you going for that program? Which you know is not a good use of your time because your friend says, let's go. And if you say no, your friend is going to be mad at you and anything. Or you're actually going because that program is going to add value to you. So my message for you today is start thinking about value. When you start thinking about friendship, start thinking about value because your future is hinged very much on your relationships. The story in the Bible where King David's son had a crush on his own sister and he told his friend. If he had a good friend, his friend would have told him that don't do it. You are a king. You are a son of the king. You are on the line for being the king in the next generation. But his friend told him, don't worry. I'm going to help you hatch a plan. And they hatched a plan that raped the young princess. And that literally terminated the guy's destiny. It terminated the guy's destiny. Why? Because he listened to his friend. So my message to you today, as part of the lessons I have learned before age 30, is be intentional about your friendship. And even though you don't know much, I'm talking to those who are probably in their early 20s or even late teenage years, even though you don't know much, try as much as possible to start auditing your friendship. Ask yourself, where do I see myself in the next 5 years? Do I see this friend there? We may have to make painful decisions. You and I, every day I make those painful decisions. It's not so much about if the person is what the person represents, right? It's so much of how we consider our future with that person in it. I may touch a little bit on relationships, and I'm talking like the dating relationship. Many people are in relationships because they feel like if they don't get into a relationship, the society is going to label them bad. Sometimes it may be better for you to wait. And I think one of the things I would talk about would also be the waiting period in this my series. But I just wanted to let us know, if there's anything you're going to pick, be intentional about your friendship. Is it going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy. There are friendships, in short, there are relationships that this year I've had to painfully cut. These are relationships that were very beneficial to me 4 years, 3 years ago. But when I did an audit of what the current status is, I just knew it's probably time to let go. It's painful, but it just has to go. I wish I could share another story, but I try to keep this video as short as possible. But maybe I'll make an example of one of my friends. I told this friend that I like to talk to you about my dreams, because you never ever look at me and tell me that my dreams are crazy or my dreams are weird. And I don't know how this friend of mine does it, but it's just normal. Like, okay, it's your dream, you can get there. And many of us, maybe that's just what we want. We want someone to hear us. We want someone to hear what we are saying, right? You're not crazy if you want to become a millionaire at 25. No, you are not. The fact that many people live their lives, come to a place like outside, let me use the word abroad, and then they already say, oh, I want to just buy one house and let it be. And you think, or you have heard, that it's possible to be more. Like, for example, a month ago, I met a billionaire. I think that's the first time I have actually had a one-on-one conversation with someone who has made $1 billion, right? But before now, it wasn't a possibility for me. It wasn't what I could conceptualize. But I have now met someone who did something with their hands and made $1 billion out of it. Then I know that, okay, yeah, maybe I'm not crazy for thinking big, right? So all I want to say is, remember, if you are the smartest in the room, you're in the wrong room. You should be in a room that challenges you. You should be in a room full of people with great visions, that when they tell you what they plan for their life, even you will be challenged. And if you have to change rooms, maybe reach out to me. I have a few ideas on how you can change your rooms. But yes, think about it. That's my message for you. And thank you for coming to my short podcast today. I hope it's short enough. My name again is Aanu Growth, and I'll see you in the next episode. I'm certain the next episode is going to be a very interesting one. Thank you, and see you next episode. Bye.